What's up, guys? It's Elliot here, and today I'm bringing you another Analyze This. So, yes, if you're already wondering, the title of this video is obviously Reinhardt, and this game is a Reinhardt game. Don't worry. He's obviously my main, and I'm going back to Switch because I realized with the Bastion they weren't going to be able to, I wasn't going to be able to play Winston. But basically, playing Reinhardt has been my main since Season 2. I've been playing him a little bit less as of late. I've been working on my Soldier, my Ana and stuff, but I figured it's time. I've had a couple guides out and everything. I would, analyze my Reinhardt play and show you what I do well and why I play a mean Reinhardt. So, starting off the game with a mistake, but it did actually let us get the pick because the Bastion focused me to shoot me and did not worry about the Genji coming in there. But that was a mistake. I thought I could catch him off guard by charging him, but that was a mistake. You do not want to do that. But here on King's Row, the best thing to do would be, obviously, when you're playing Rein, charge in and coordinate with your team. We've got Genji, he's my friend, as you've seen a lot of videos. Missed the charge there, but that was okay enough. And that's what you want to do. You want to charge in and coordinate with your team to go in and be aggressive. Probably not playing this first point the best, but right here, it's just a diva. I'm just going to swing away. And I left the point to Kidder there, which, yeah, that was acceptable. But as Reinhardt, essentially, all you got to do to break chokes, hold your shield up like I did at the beginning. And obviously they had a Bastion, so it would go down quickly. But then you just got to charge in, communicate, get the picks like you saw in the feed. And even though I didn't get the picks and missed my charges there, I was able to create the space needed. And as Rein, you don't want to charge willy-nilly, but you need to make sure you are going in with your team. Because if you just stand there with your shield up and don't advance, you're not actually accomplishing anything. And that's a huge mistake. But right here, I was able to go in with my team. And even though, again, I didn't get the picks, I created the space that we needed. And obviously right here, now that we're pushing the payload, I'm just looking to stay as the front line for the team. I'm actually looking to stay in front of this Bastion, which is difficult for Bastion on attack. It's not always the best, but I'm just trying to stay in front of him and synergize with him. And you know what? That was, again, another charge that was probably a little questionable. Great ult from Zen there to save me. I was probably going to die. But the thing that was really good there, again, is we had a pick or two already from the Genji going in, and I was trying to extend the advantage. And, at the time, and even the first thing I said when I look back on this is that was a mistake. But in reality, there was a lot of good in that because I had the opening, it was just their Rein, and I actually baited out his ult. So, again, it took me actually 3 takes now, once live, once when I first saw this, and right now to realize it was actually a good charge. Again, such like the beginning, created the space. It was just him. It's okay there to pursue a little bit, and we baited out the ult. So overall, that was pretty good. And as you see there, gold objective time, that's my mission. Stay in front of the team, push the payload. And right here, this is something else. Genji going in, so I decided to synergize in the Ana. Great job with the nano. And here I decided I was going to try to get the Bastion with that. I actually missed, as you saw, but I did clean up. I think it was the Ana, yeah. So I'm going to die there. That was a mistake. The ult was not needed there. I thought I could get Bastion. I did not, but it was really good there. I initiated with the Genji. I landed the pin. That's a huge thing. You got to land your pins. And pinning at a Reinhardt, again, who I knew he didn't have ult up, so that was an easier pin to make. But yeah, so right here, as we're just regrouping, I'm just trying to protect the team, protect the Bastion, not wanting to get picked. You probably should be. I'm trying to get behind the wall there. I'm telling the team, because I don't want my shield to go too low, so because they got a Bastion, so I need all of that when we push in. But again, we're just trying to coordinate stuff, and I'm obviously down my ult, and with that Bastion, I have to have it up. But the Genji gets a nice pick, obviously. He's a great Genji, can't recommend that enough. But basically, I'm just letting my team know the shield, because, with a Bastion stuff, I gotta be careful. The Rein does charge me here, but I'm pretty comfortable with the team to, take that charge pretty willy-nilly. My positioning there probably wasn't the best, but as you can see here, I see the Ana call that out to the team, and I go for another pin, and I get the pin, and that's huge. Now that we are almost at the end, we've got the advantage. I'm just trying to do my best to get the picks we need, and I end up doing it well there. And again, looking for the fire strike, landing it, holding the shield up, save myself, let the Genji and the Bastion keep it there, and that's the main thing. I didn't do a whole lot. I mean, that first round, for the most part, I was the front line. I was making sure that when my team, my Genji wanted to go in, I would go in and I would commit. Even though I didn't sometimes get the pins, I created the space. I went in, I was a problem, I baited out an ult, and overall my positioning was good. My positioning was in front of my team, and that's really important. And that's something I can't recommend enough with Reinhardt, is you need to stay in front of your team, and you need right there, like in that gameplay. I might not have been the flashiest gameplay. I only landed, I think, 2, maybe 3 pins in that game, but I trusted my team. I stayed in front of them, and I made them deal with me. I kept my shield in good spots, and I made sure we helped with the bastions. So I am going to fast forward a little bit to the start of the next round of this. Okay, so we're in round 2 here, or the second half, the defending half, and it's pretty simple. There's a choke, and they're going to try to go around, but I got to put my shield in the choke. It's no coincidence that Reinhardt is a choke hero, and that's the main goal. I got to trust my team to defend pretty well, and I want to be able to get in the choke and just soak it up. And obviously, I'm going to throw a first fire strike to get that advantage. I think they had a diva, which is why I didn't get anything. They should just ate it up. But I'm basically just trying to call out here immediately what's going on. We called out the Pharah. Zen got a great pick. And my shield was going down really quick, and I decided to just back it up, play safe. Don't do anything stupid. That was my motto. I just needed to be the front line for my team. And that's exactly what I was doing. It's a little frustrating when they have a diva because your fire strikes can get eaten up, and I probably was losing the fire strike battle with their REIN because they obviously had a diva. But again, same thing here. I'm standing in front of that soldier, in front of my Roadhog. Zen's behind me somewhere, and I'm letting him know when my shield's going down. And you see every time my shield's going down, I'm backing up, my team's backing up, and we're doing a good job. I get to pick on the soldier there, which is really good. But that's the thing. I'm good positioning in front of my team, and I'm trying to get the most out of my fire strikes, which I did well there to clean up their soldier. But when they have a diva, it's hard. Because using the fire strike battle with another REIN is how you kind of know when they have their ult. If you feel like you're winning it, then they might not have REIN ult. If you feel like you're losing it, you should definitely be careful with their REIN ult. And I think I actually did dodge that one. But again, because of the damage I was taking to my shield, we're just playing a little bit more back on the point. They've got us pushed back a little bit. But right here, this is a dangerous spot. When I do not have a shield, they're coming onto the point. But I'm just jumping around trying to let my team heal me, which is they're doing a good job of. And my shield's constantly under half, which is frustrating. But it's sometimes, oh, that was a good block. I didn't realize. So I saw he lowered his shield, and the minute he turned towards the point, I just put my shield up, and that was just a good instinct block. That comes from positioning. I was in the right position. I recognized what the enemy REIN was doing, and I blocked. That's really important, is to just know when the enemy REIN has his shield down. He's either fire striking, he's charging, or he's throwing Earth Shatter. It's one of the above. So being able to block it like that is really key, and it probably saved my team from a wipe. And right here, my position is really bad right here. I need to be in front of my team, not behind it. And luckily, no one got picked. That's bad. That was risky. All my team was ahead of me. I was behind. That's a mistake. And again, that was something. That he probably could have tried to capitalize on that, but I think we had some picks. So, but for the most part, again, just in front of my team. I cannot stress that enough. So far, I'm playing when you're positioned well as REIN, it's a lot easier to play well. And there, I was trying to follow up charge on him because I know where he's going to land into the wall. He died, no issues there. Their Mercy comes back to res. The first thing I want to do is I want to get a charge ready. I think. That was. Well, that wasn't it was a decent charge, but that was a good and bad because I missed the charge, but I was able to clean the Mercy up by putting her away from her team. But it ended up being really good. I was really nervous because I saw the kill feed and it was pretty even trades, but I did end up getting the clutch Earth Shatter from behind. They didn't know where I was, and I was able to get 2 of them down, land the pin, do everything right there. But that was bad. Instead of protecting my team, I went and chased the Mercy, which is bad. REIN, you have people to do that for your team. You don't need to be the one to do that. But as you saw, I threw the ult, and I managed to come back to the point, which is really important. In hindsight, I probably should have been on the point, defending my team. Maybe I could have prevented, because I went off to charge the Mercy. If I had been on the point, I might have been able to stop maybe a couple of their ults coming through. And that was a little unfortunate that I got a pin there. But again, stuff like that happens. But again, yeah, if I had been more aware of my team, I probably could have prevented 2 of them from dying. And then even though I did end up coming through a little bit in the last fight, I would have been able to probably keep them alive. And I probably still would have gotten an Earth Shatter on the point because the enemy REIN didn't have his. But basically in this last stretch, you're just trying to scramble back to the point. And it's a little unfortunate, everything going on. But Yeah, so basically, I'm just trying to contest, swing away. I actually got a pick there. I don't know how I got that pick, looking back at this. But basically, until this last stretch where we're just trying to contest the point, simple Ryan play. Position yourself, be aware of your shield. If it's going to go down, play safe, get cover, let your team know. And the mistake I made that really, I think looking back on it, we probably lost A because I went and chased for that Mercy. We did not need to do that. She'd already rezzed, and the Ryan had no ult. All I needed to do was defend my team on point and wait for the Earth Shatter to come in on point. And I probably could have stopped their Genji from ulting, saved my team from losing too. But you know what? It is what it is, and it does look good that I got the the Earth Shatter and then the pin kill and everything, and we delayed for like a minute there. But I could have played that better, and that's what this is about. Me getting to see this too. But right here, their Ryan left the point, and I knew Earth Shatter immediately. Unfortunately, there I got Fire Strike, but I was low. But that's something that was probably no, that was a good. Actually, that was good. Their Ryan moved away because I think his shield was going down, so I knew I had an opening to Fire Strike on the payload and initiate for the team, and that was really good. Yeah, unfortunately their Genji cleaned up the feed, as you can see in the feed. So I don't know, that was they had their Lucio ult, and that's probably not an area you wanted to. I probably should have waited for the team to get a little bit more into it or something. But that was probably a good Earth Shatter that just didn't end up working 100% for the team. But here, this is kind of the secondary. We want to be aggressive because if we can hold them here, we don't have to play the third part. And luckily our soldier went in, and I didn't miss the pin, but I went for the right move. Their Ryan was the only one who could really contest him from wiping their team. So I went right for him, and yeah, my team did a good job there. I just tried to keep the Reinhardt off of him, and I think I did that well enough. They did most of the work there, I can't complain, but yeah, that was the right idea, just go for the Ryan stuff. But as we're entering this final stage here on this point, I would say so far, I think I play attack better in general, because simply put, I can just, or I play attack better in general, because I can be a little bit more aggressive and stuff, and just getting nanoed there was rough because I knew I wanted to go in. I didn't want to waste the nano, but unfortunately it just didn't amount to anything. And again, these charges are slightly unnecessary. I mean, yeah, if I was in a better position, I could have stopped the D.Va ult from killing anyone. So this honestly, this last stretch of defense has not been the best for me. We're getting away with it, but yeah, I went too far in. That's kind of one of those things. Yeah, I got nanoed and I should have gone in there, but I compound. That's a common mistake. That's a good pin, knowing the timings of when stuff comes off and knowing she's going to drop mech and everything. The same thing with Mei. When Mei comes out of Icicle, if you can practice timing that to charge is really good. But the things that I did poorly there is I just compounded our team's if you don't want to compound mistakes, if we had wasted nano there, that's one thing, but I shouldn't have kept charging in because I thought our team was fighting. You don't want to compound those mistakes by throwing yourself away, because if that demon bomb had killed a couple of us, they would have gotten that point, we would have had to defend, but instead, we got away with it, but that's bad there. Don't compound mistakes, don't be overly aggressive. I did well on attack to be aggressive when I needed to, but on defense, I was a little too aggressive. It's the reason we lost point A. I charged away from the Mercy, and it's actually the reason they probably got this far into point B. The first fight, I was too aggressive. I looked too quickly for an Earth Shatter instead of being more reactive. But luckily, my DPS cleaned it up there, and I got to play the game, so that was nice. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope this was helpful, and I will see you in the next video.